Good morning, casual gamers, and welcome back to the Council. We're looking for clues my mother left for us. Still searching. And in particular, we are looking for the man with the sword. Not sure what that means just yet. But there's bound to be something in here to lead us to it. I'm wondering if she meant the guy with the pen. As in, the pen is more powerful than the sword, but then again... Let's get some Devil's Thorn. We got the Sophistria? What is a Sophistria? Sophistria? I'm sorry? There it is. An important book on the subtle art of sophism. Wisdom? Analyze the book. The Bible is famous! I mean, that costs for 0 points. Let's do it.
This volume dates from the first edition of Gutenberg. It's the first book that was ever printed. The pages are covered in annotations in Latin, French, and Hebrew. Someone spent years studying this Bible.
Damn, dude. First edition.
A volume of the Gutenberg Bible.
Oh my god.
And it came to pass in those days that Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee and was baptized by John in Jordan.
Book of Revelation. What on earth are these?
Wherefore, as by one man sin entered into the world, and death by sin, and so death passed upon all men, for all have sinned.
Why is it taking me out of the book every time I read one sentence?
Follow peace with all men, and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord.
Alright then, I guess.
It's St. John, painted by Guido Reni. Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni.
Looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
Can't examine those.
Painting of St. Mark from the collection of the apostles by Guido Reni.
Amber crystals. Great. Honey.
St. Paul painted by Guido Reni. St. Paul is shown holding a sword.
Oh, there we go.
Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. No, what does that mean?
Let me see this one more time because I missed the number, the first one. We got the 11 though.
St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down
there's
the
no other
figure
numbers,
11
just
on the
11.
painting and underlined it twice. No, what does that mean?
Gotta check the Bible.
Of the 4 apostles shown in this piece, Paul is the only one who isn't an evangelist. He is the 13th apostle.
One fast check, just to make sure we didn't miss any consumables. I also gotta open this.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
I wanna open it. This will take 7 out of me? Subterfuge. Crap. Worth it. Oh hey, we got some other stuff too. Umber fragments. How many? Just one, I guess. Alright. Gospel and Acts of the Apostles. No, he's not an apostle, right? James, Spirit of Revelation of John. Chapter 11, verse 11.
I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy.
Oh, wait. A note from Mother is carefully folded between the pages here. What does it say?
Bingo.
Dear E, I'm glad you found this note. I was afraid the code of the 2 groups of pilgrims would mislead you. Pick up the package. You know where, and hide it where no one will find it. It's imperative. Awaiting your reply, hidden behind the youngest apostle. What? The youngest apostle? What does Mother mean by that?
Scrutinize the frame. He doesn't have a beard.
St. John is the only apostle painted in this gallery who hasn't got a beard. Hey, wait! That means it's him. He's the youngest apostle. Right. This painting is therefore associated with the answer which E had to give to my mother. Now, I just need to know how to recover the answer. It's St. John, painted by Guido Rini.
Is this the only way to do it? This is just information. It will only take a point out of me. Oh no. Do it!
The painting looks like it's been taken down recently. What was it my mother said? That she would wait for an answer hidden behind the apostle. Ah, of course! There's something written behind the painting. On the 2nd day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add 1 companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean?
1 and 3. John related? Three, what was it? 1 and 3. God damn. Gospel according to St. John. She did say 1 and 3, correct? Alright, just want to make sure. No. Just want to make sure. Consult your notes. Did you reply? Oh, it's not written here. We have to solve this first. Go back to the beginning. Stop
I guess
reading.
I'll just come back later.
Yeah. Let me say this again. Think about the code. No.
St. John is the only apostle painted in this gallery who hasn't got a beard.
It's not written here? Remember the aforementioned book. I know. I just don't remember the number. I thought I had 1 and 3. I don't want to use any more points on this. Alright. St. John. It's not here. John. Acts of the Apostles. Could this be the one?
I and my Father are one.
Damn it. I forgot the number, I'm sorry. 6 and 6, 5 and 12, 19 and 5, no. Just pick up the Bible, hold it upside down, shake it, and let all the notes fall. Problem solved.
On the second day, the pilgrims listened to the prophecy of the young apostle. The prophecy of the young apostle, that was John. And the prophecy mentioned is most likely the book of Revelations according to St. John.
So, Book of Revelations. John. It could be any of these. That's the thing. I thought it was 1 and 3.
If we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth is not in us. But he that hateth his brother is in darkness, and walketh in darkness, and knoweth not whither he goeth, because that darkness hath blinded his eyes.
Revelation to John. So, I'm dumb.
And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. And the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time, and times, and a half a time, from the face of the serpent. Hey, a new note.
There we go.
It's been folded carefully in the corner of this page. The writing, it's not my mother's. S. I found the book in your effects. I've concealed it where no one can get their hands on it. I can assure you, awaiting your instructions, I will hear your reply like he who hears the angel. Hears the angel? What does that mean? Oh, it's probably the place where she was expecting to get the location of the next note.
Listen, I don't know my Bible, okay?
There's something else behind this painting. It says, half of each group will join the first city of Corinth. What the hell does that mean?
I think we got this one, boys. Now let's see where it was. You know what bothers me? That this is not written here. I am 100% it has to do with the Corinthians, but god damn it, I don't know which one it is. Because there are two, like, different chapters on the Corinthians? Okay, where was it? And I don't know which ones I clicked on. I should take them one by one. Starting from the bottom up. Acts of the Apostles, Pilgrims... Saint Matthew... No, it's not Saint Matthew. It was here.
Now, therefore, there is utterly a fault among you, because ye go to law with one another. Why do ye not rather suffer injustice? Why do ye not rather suffer yourselves to be defrauded? Ah, look, here's a message. It is of paramount importance that no one finds it. Watch out for the Prussian. He's on the trail. Let's meet up. I'll leave it to you to organize the rendezvous. Not today. I'm unable to do it. In the meantime, I'll follow the first group to Mark, who will reveal the answer to them. And that first group of pilgrims, how many are there now? If I refer to the chapter I'm reading at the moment, 6.
Mother, I hate you. I could have sworn I've read that one before. Did he say Mark? Who the freak is Mark? Who are you?
Painting of Saint Mark.
Okay, this is the guy.
A collection of the Apostles by Guido Reni.
Part of importance that no one finds it. Watch out for the Prussian. He's on the trail. Let's meet up. Okay. Scrutinize the chest of drawers.
There are finger marks, deliberately drawn in the dust. 8 in all. No, nothing of value here. It's too cumbersome for me to unhook here, but judging by the dust, it hasn't been moved for months, if not years. Little characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew.
Loop.
Choosing the Hebrew alphabet is no coincidence. It's got to be a reference to the Bible.
I was a waste of a point. Okay, we did this, we did this, we did this. We can't do anything in the painting, so we got 6, we got 8. We got, that's Matthew. Not this one. Six and 1. Acts of the Apostles. 6 and 11. St. John. Hold a second. Like I said, I do not know my Bible. Six and 8, or it could be 8 and 6. And it has to be Matthew, right? Let's see if there's an 8 and 6 in here. That would make my life a lot easier. I always press right click to close. 8 and 6 or 6 and 8. What about 6 and 1? Damn, this is hard. Okay, from the beginning. I don't see a 6 and 8 in here. Wait, what was that? 1 and 8. No numbers here. I mean, there are numbers in every single one of them. 6 and 20, 6 and 7. Yeah, I don't think it's in here. That is 4 and 8. 6 and 2. 6 and 8!
But that which beareth thorns and briars is rejected, and is nigh unto cursing, whose end is to be burned. Here's a message.
That was a lot easier.
There are some complications. Indeed, the Prussian is insistent. What's happening at your end? Do you need help? If tonight is not possible, let's say tomorrow evening, in the South Room, where we reviewed the situation. When Paul understood that only the acts counted, he went back on his tracks. I await your confirmation to his left, in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him.
Yeah, this last comment is about their code. I should find new pilgrims near Paul.
Oh god, where was Paul? Let me see this again. When Paul understood that only the acts counted, he went back on his tracks. I await your confirmation to his left. Which one is Paul? Wait, there's no one in here. Whoops. Who are you again?
St. Paul painted by Guido Reni.
Alright. To his left. To his left? I wait your confirmation to his left. Okay, that I don't understand.
St. Paul painted by Guido Reni.
We don't have any logic.
St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame.
To his
Let's
left.
take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice.
Yeah, we've done that
Now,
already.
what does that mean?
That's the first piece of the puzzle. That's not gonna help me any. To the left. There's nothing to the left, only this guy. Oh my god, this is gonna be a toughie.
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio.
Interesting, so maybe this is what they meant. Because Paul is in this one as well.
St. Paul is the only saint to be presented twice in these paintings, contrary to the other apostles. How come? This painting has been hanging here for a long time. A lot of dust is built up on it. Well, a finger has drawn a number in the thin layer of dust. I can read the number 4.
Alright, we got 4.
Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors, too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior.
We're working with Paul's pilgrims, right? Wait your confirmation to his left in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. How many people are in there? I can't really see. Shit. We have a 4 though. I can work with 4. Maybe? It's worth a try. Acts of the Apostles. For verse 17 or chapter 1 verse 4.
In him God has chosen us before the foundation of the world, that we may be holy and blameless before him.
No, that would have been too easy.
This I say therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind. Not in the lustful desire, even as the Gentiles who knew not God.
These puzzles can go fuck themselves. Really, though. Alright, we've seen those. 4, 5, I think I just did this. 4 and 8?
Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things.
Not that one either. What would the 4 stand for? What would the 4 stand for? It's not John, is it?
Hereby know that we dwell in him, and he in us, because he
That
hath
doesn't make
given
any
us
sense, though.
of his Spirit.
So I did look this up, and no, after reading what the answer was, I have no idea why this is the answer. Why? What is the 4? What does the 4 stand for? I don't get it. Is it like a religious thing? Do I need to know my Bible or something? Did we miss something while we're looking for the clues? No idea, but this, apparently, is the answer.
And he became very hungry, and would have eaten, but while they were made ready, he fell into a trance. Hey, there's a note here. A message from Mother in reply to E. We must leave urgently, but first I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare. Watch out for Volner. He figured out I was avoiding him. Allay suspicion. See you tomorrow evening. Stand ready. For now, let's cease all communication until we meet. Take care of yourself. I suppose this must be the last message. What happened afterward? If it's what I suspect, I fear the worst. What did Mother mean by, I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare? I must go beyond the nightmare. What does she mean by that?
As an occultist, I have to go with this answer.
Clearly she must be trying to do something useful, but what? The nightmare. Does that remind me of anything?
An object, a place, or a concept.
He must surely speak of a place. Granting that this is the case, where might it be found?
10 points in vigilance? I don't have any more of these things to drink. Try to remember. Second floor room. We don't have access in the second floor, do we? This thing, I don't know. Mortimer's study or Holmes' apartment.
I thought it would have been over there, but something's telling me that it isn't. I better keep searching. Mortimer's getting his guests together. I ought to join them so I don't look suspicious.
Bible's note. I didn't really decipher anything. I'm just making assumptions. Man, that was hard. That took a lot out of me. Quite literally. I have a major headache right now. I did not understand my mother's message. I'm so stupid. You have cleared your name in the eyes of your guests. I searched Lord Mortimer's study. I found all the correspondence between my mother and E. I discovered my mother's message. Well, at least we got our points back. And we have 4 points. What is this? Oh, this is level 2. Look at all these points. It has so many. Oh my god. Vigilance is 3, agility is 1, diversion, linguistics. Questioning is extremely low, but that's detective work, not for me. Subterfuges. I'll take manipulation. Let's make this bad boy level 2. Conviction, diversion, logic. Work on psychology a little bit. And then we will go over to this. A tragic fate. Why? What did I do? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equipped. Diversion. Could take logic. Or politics. Okay, let's take logic. Let's take diversion and politics. The points I don't have. I still think that we did extremely poorly in this chapter. I mean, not chapter, in this part of the chapter. Woof.
It's time I went back and joined everyone in the small salon.
Hey, we didn't get all our points back. Yeah, great. Meet with the other guests in the small living room. Where is that even? Probably downstairs. All the living rooms are downstairs. Are those the floors below me? I want to go to all of them. Are there more things to be found now that we are doing something completely different? Or are these a one-time thing only? Like, you know, consumables and whatnot? I got 2 jellies. I need more jellies. Not allowed in. Who's this? Peru. I would like to have a look into this man's room. Man, this guy has been sweeping the floor for more than 24 hours now. That's commitment. Admirable. Not allowed in anybody's room. Yes, because, as he said, we gotta go fast. I will look suspicious if I don't join them now. These people always eat or do, you know, such dumb activities. Oh, come on, let me in. Let me do my investigation. Like a proper detective slash cultist. I can't even go into my own room? Are you serious? Wait, that was Piaggio? What his name was? Was that mine? Which one's my room? Dude, I'm not even there. I passed it. Well, I don't think we can go there anyway. Nice. Can I talk to the servant? Wonder if he has any goodies for me. Where the hell did he go? Hey there, darling.
You are expected in the small salon, sir.
Yes.
You are expected in the small salon, sir.
One more time.
You are expected in the small salon, sir.
In my defense, I'm trying to find the stairs. I'm not lost or anything. No. I'm not, yeah. Where is the small salon, Mr. Excuse me. It's not there, apparently. Sorry, dude. Try not to bump into the guy who's mopping the floor, and we're set.
Emily, I must speak to you.
What's the matter, Louis?
I have news about your sister.
What have you found out?
Look, I've started piecing together the events leading up to my mother's disappearance and your sister's. Did my mother know about your secret?
Yes, even though I belong to the English chapter, her rank in the Order gives her access to a good deal of personal information.
It must have been Emma I saw in my vision.
I was given to understand that my mother and your sister bonded during their stay.
Is she weak to manipulation? We know she has immunity to logic. Don't send her on my mother's trail. Providing that she's still alive.
If Mother's really killed her sister, I'd better find her by myself. They say they spent a lot of time together. They got along well.
Oh, really? Do you think your mother liked Duchess Hillsborough?
Of course she did. After all, she's your sister. Well, we'll find them, Emily. Trust me.
Should I speak to her about my vision? If what I saw is true, she might want to take revenge.
Keep quiet.
I better keep that to myself for the time being.
Come, Louis. They're waiting for us.
Just because she has Major Booba doesn't mean I have to trust her, okay?
You will pay dearly, Peru. I'm sure you were involved somewhere along the line.
That's right. Pretend you don't know. One piece of advice. Don't travel through France on your way back, or it'll cost you dearly.
Calm now, my friends. Let's calm down. Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What's going on here exactly?
Sir Gregory called us together to introduce the last guest. But hardly had we arrived when he set upon Monsieur Peru.
And what has Mr. Peru done to once again provoke someone's anger?
We don't really know just yet.
I get the feeling it won't be long before it gets out.
How could you dare do such a thing? Dios mío, you are all out of your minds!
Really, Duke Manuel? What made you kick up such a fuss?
What? Have you not heard? Well, let me inform you that yesterday morning at 10:22 a.m. precisely, in the middle of the Place de la Révolution in Paris, by decree of the National Convention which Monsieur Peru works for, King Louis was guillotined.
What? Oh, no.
The King of France is dead, gentlemen. Our monarchies are in danger. I have said it before.
How dare they?
Oh, dear.
Oh, as if it...
Friends, let us calm down.
Don't pretend to be surprised. He got a fair trial.
Ridiculous. Bastard. He was sentenced to death by 361 votes to 360. You beheaded a king for one vote. Is that your democracy?
What an obnoxious act. Until this, anything was possible. This political coup will have grave consequences.
France is lost.
Gentlemen, please. Let us take a step back a moment.
In the name of holiness. He was the highest representative of God in France, Emily.
Gentlemen, Duchess, we're all among people of reputable company here. We should be able to manage the conflicts of our nations in a respectful and orderly manner.
I fully agree with you, sir.
But
That's enough, sir.
with whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Louis Maras de Richet.
Are you related to Sarah de Richet?
Sarah is his mother, Duke. Gentlemen, this news affects us all, but I must ask you to remain calm. It's not the first time history has taken us by surprise. Let's ensure that our respective countries are allowed to respond appropriately to this news.
Oh, rest assured. The response will not fall short, my friend.
Good for you. Well, Your Grace, here I was preparing to introduce you as is proper, and you've beaten me to it. I'm delighted that we are all together at last. Our meeting will therefore be able to kick off shortly. I have just a few more little preparations to take care of before you all find out the reason for your presence here. In the meantime, I shall leave you to get to know one another. When you hear the bell, please proceed to the conclave room on my left, behind that door. I'll see you later.
Could you spare a moment, please, sir?
I'm glad you asked. I want to talk to you, too. Of course.
Uh-oh.
I heard about your mother's disappearance.
He looks concerned. I don't know why, but I doubt it's from sympathy alone. Well, let's see what he wants from me.
Any news of her? Have you found her, maybe?
We found traces of her that would indicate she's still on the island.
Her personal belongings?
Yes, but nothing of great interest. Scraps of food, some clothes.
Ah, I see. Well, too bad. I shan't keep you, Monsieur de Richet.
All right, then. Thank you.
I hope that your search will prove successful and bring Sarah back to us soon. I must go now. I'll see you later.
That was rough. Damn. Now I get it. This game takes no prisoners. Oh my lord.
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
We have the key.
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Golden elixir? I don't don't want golden elixir, I want jellies.
Hey, these look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia.
We got it! Oh my god, this one's good. We are equipping this bad boy next time. 1 in science, 1 in linguistics, and 1 in erudition. Beauteous. Mr. Bonaparte is in the room with me, is he not? He's just doing Bonaparte things? Wait, where did he go? Oh, there he is, okay. Is he playing chess by himself? Another coin. I need more jelly, goddammit.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
That's the good stuff right there. Oh, oh, oh. I have agility now. Oh my god, look at all these things.
Amber crystals.
Boom.
Amber.
Worth it. Talent unlocked. Prince of Amber? What? What? Increases your effort points by 1. Well, that doesn't make any difference because I still have like 2. I spent quite a few to get to it. I mean, it was worth it, but yeah. What if there's more?
Chronicles of the Amber Princes. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character.
Dorkin. Good name. I believe we did the right thing, jumping to get these couple of fragments. No regrets there. There's no more of it, right? Yeah. Here goes nothing. I only have 3 royal jellies. Sir?
Monsieur Bonaparte, may I speak with you a moment?
May we?
Mais oui. Tell me more about the coming conference. Ask him about the nightmare. What? Ask him his opinion of Godoy. Your dog!
What do you think of Duke Godoy?
Well, I'd rather not express any opinion of him.
Why is that?
His reputation is enough for me.
He doesn't give a damn about his reputation. Tell me more. Gotta admit, I'm curious.
Meaning?
This gentleman enjoys people talking about him for too many reasons. He's undeserved titles. More than 10 in just 4 years. And each one more prestigious than the one before.
You don't think he deserves them?
If I had seen him on the battlefield, there might be some doubt. But that is not the case. The Queen would rather not risk losing him, so she consoles him with awards and titles.
So you don't have a very positive opinion?
His coveting French Catalonia does not encourage me to have one.
I understand your point of view.
Speaking of which, Bonaparte is very, very young here. I wonder how old he is. Ask him about the nightmare. Is he the right individual to talk about that stuff?
Would you have any more information about the conference Lord Mortimer spoke of?
Nothing at all. Mortimer is very committed to secrecy when it comes to his conferences. But given the presence of Monsieur Peru and ourselves, I think it must concern France to some extent. Otherwise, I doubt he would have invited 3 Frenchmen to his table, huh?
Does expression go beyond the nightmare mean anything to you at all?
Well, metaphorically, yes. It sums up the career of a soldier quite well. I doubt that is what you want to hear, though.
Indeed.
That's surely not what I'm looking for.
Well, monsieur, if you are looking for a phrase book, Lord Mortimer must surely have one, given the number of books he has. You ought to check in the library of the tower. You never know.
Well, I'll be leaving you now. Shall we meet up again later?
Wait, monsieur. Any news of your mother?
Unfortunately not, no.
I hope to speak with her about my deal before I leave. Let me know if you find her. À plus tard, monsieur.
I would find it extremely amusing if we were allowed to play chess with him. Anywho, I'm confused when it comes to doors, so I don't know which one. Great Hall of Zeus. This is probably the area, so I shouldn't be looking at this door, I should be looking at that door. Let's have a look at the library, shall we?
I need more jellies.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
Wait, can he give us more?
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find
I mean, we've
me a
already
few
done
items.
this.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
I don't think we can. Damn it. I'll see you later, and I'm so sorry. I love you. You're one of my favorite characters. What if he's the final boss? I wouldn't blame him at this point. I've treated him poorly. Hey, George. What's up? What is that right next to you, George? I'll take this.
Mr. President, what do you think about your counterpart, Duke Manuel?
I'm very surprised he was able to accept Lord Mortimer's invitation, given the political situation in Spain.
What do you mean?
The situation is ready to explode with France over Catalonia.
Well, the Duke must have a darn good reason to be absent and come here, mustn't he?
When Lord Mortimer invites you, Louis, you come. It's always in your best interest.
I wouldn't say that personally, but... Mr. President, can you tell me a little more about the coming conference?
Of course, Louis. That's why we're here. Lord Mortimer or Sir Gregory regularly organize meetings like this to put forward major projects.
What do you mean by major projects?
I'd prefer to let Lord Mortimer explain that to you, Louis. Let's say he brings together influential people in order to consider possible actions to undertake to guarantee the future of nations.
Do you know the theme of the conference?
Not in the slightest. None of the guests know the theme before arriving. But you'll see, everything will turn out fine. Don't worry.
Go beyond the nightmare. Does this line remind you of anything in particular?
You've caught me unaware here, Louis. Let me think about it a second. No, nothing comes to mind. Sorry, Louis, but I am unable to help you.
Alright, see you later, George.
Well, thank you for your time.
Don't mention it, my young friend. Regarding your question on the nightmare, don't hesitate to question the others about it. Maybe one of them knows more than I do.
That's a good idea. Thank you once again. I'll see you in a little bit.
I'm a little skeptical about that. Would you happen to have a royal jelly by any chance? Damn it, I need more of these. And I don't know where to find them. Dining hall, library, and portrait. I don't think things respawn, so once you get them, they're gone forever. I really need to take a break too.
Ah, Louis. Just the man. Good Lord. How did the king come to be executed? I would think that the order would have intervened.
King was playing with fire. The king made things worse all by himself. This is logic and this is etiquette. I don't have any point. Don't insist.
I invite you to speak about it with my mother as soon as she reappears.
Is there any news of her?
Well, I hope it won't be long before I find her, Your Eminence.
Louis, I'm counting on you. If you don't find Sarah before my departure, I must ask you to give me back the letter I gave you.
Well, don't worry about that, Your Eminence.
Now you wanted to speak to me.
I was wondering what to think of that Manuel Godoy.
He is reputed to be a very ambitious character, at every level. But his faith is unwavering. He is a staunch defender of the church. You can believe me.
I'm sure a man like you is in the circle of trust. Would you know what the conference that Lord Mortimer mentioned is going to be about?
Not really, my son. Well, be it Lord Mortimer or Sir Gregory, we are never informed about the theme of the conference before it begins.
If I say the nightmare to you, does it make you think of anything?
Your question is strange, my son. Difficult to say. Could you at least tell me a little more about the context?
0 points for manipulation?
Think of a place and tell me the first thing that comes into your mind when I say the nightmare.
Let me think. I'd say Lord Mortimer's favorite painting on the wall behind his desk. You know, that painting caused quite a stir when it was exhibited. It is titled The Nightmare, and it shows a woman lying down with a creature sitting on her, and in the background, a horse. I don't know if it will be of any help, but I can't think of anything else.
You never know. Thank you for that, though, Your Eminence. I gotta go and see it just in case, though.
Oh my god, Piaggi, I love you.
Thank you for everything, Your Eminence. I shan't take up any more of your time.
You are welcome, my son. I will be seeing you, Louis.
After the Bible puzzle, my brain turned to mush. And I didn't even think that the nightmare could be a fucking painting. Do I feel stupid? Yes, very much so. What else could it be? Alright, we got all the things from here. Everything is looted! Everything is looted! Seriously though, let's take a break. Wait, this is not open? Are you kidding me? It's closed, but I cannot loot it. Anyway, let's take a small break and I will see you all in the next episode of The Council. Until then, thank you everybody for watching. Have fun, whatever you do. Take care of yourselves and do not forget, keep on gaming. I will see you all next time.